We should lead in with speaking of music. Right, we do have the band here.
Yeah, we don't have to play music. We can just set up this massive drum set and look at it.
Yeah, we should.
We'll definitely be tweeting a pic of the setup here. So we do have BLacKharma ProJecT in the studio, and that is quite a kit. When you said, really, can I get this in here? I was like, yeah, of course, it happens all the time. But this is like the drum kit that they use in Rush or.
And I asked the same question
or something.
Actually last week when Scott said, "Hey, we're gonna have the band here." I was like, "Oh, really?"
You're a drummer.
Yeah. It fits.
Did your last band with the 7-piece band have a drummer or no?
There was a drummer, but they had a very
tin can or
very
something?
stripped down kit. What's it like? You know, like the 4 or 5 pieces to the drum is that like the starter kit maybe?
Right. Not many
so
symbols.
so we got one of those, and you have a xylophone. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Xylophone was part of the.
The BLacKharma ProJecT, man.
So how do you
acid
guys...
jazz, jungle beat.
Oh, good. I want to hear.
Extravaganza experience.
Experimental experience.
And how'd you get together? We have drums and we have this big kit we're talking about, and stand-up bass, which I'm always a fan of, which is hard to practice, right? Just getting around, right? You have to bring.
You get used to it. I mean, people always get a look of surprise when people see me fit inside my hatchback.
Oh, right.
It's almost like to them, it's like seeing a clown car, you know?
Because that is a big
It
bass.
is a clown car.
Now, I didn't see your case, but do you have the little wheel on
I
the tip
do
of your
own a
case?
wheel, but I typically don't use it.
Kept the wheel home. Wasn't worth it for this gig.
Because an optional wheel means that you play at large. A large instrument. It comes with a wheel.
And it's optional. I wish I had some wheels.
You do have wheels.
Oh yeah, why don't you just keep that on a dolly, and then it's in and out.
He just needs a personal truck just for his kid.
I need roadies. So anyone who digs my stuff, any groupies, BLacKharma ProJecT on Facebook, and also any kind of groupies that want to help me out. I'm just joking, but.
I mean, sort of.
Sorta, yeah. I am still single,
joking,
so.
but I'm not. Not saying no to it either.
But the problem is with roadies is I'd have to put them through 2 months of training of how to do this.
Right.
And then they'd
They
probably
would have
still
to
make
watch
mistakes.
you do it, yeah.
They'd still make mistakes because they're human, and I'd be pissed because I got to show. It's like, what? Why is this wrong? Why is this moving? So you don't want to work for me.
It's really hard to drum and like adjust
and move
heights with your foot.
It's a nightmare because and I make mistakes. I'm sure it's going to happen today, but I've been doing this a while, so I think it's okay. But when parts start moving, when you're in the middle of letting go to the music, it's a nightmare because you're back into worrying about the instrument moving, and you're not thinking about where you are in the phrasing, and you just can't let yourself go. You have to be worried, and you're a lot of anxiety, and you can't relax. And the key to good music is being relaxed.
Yeah.
And
not distracted.
And when you're distracted by that, it's my band I had a long time ago. We played in Golden Gate Park at the band shell. It was my dream, so I financed this show there. This band called Paranoid Blue. My friend Anthony, guitarist. It's your birthday coming up. Hope you're out there. Great show. It was a perfect day, and we found this other band called Three Musketeers. They're kind of like a spoof on the Beastie Boys. Same kind of music, but with instruments, like doing kind of rap, but they played live instruments. It was a beautiful day. It was all these people. It was my dream come true, and I financed this whole show, produced it. And my guitarist, his amp wasn't working. He blew a fuse. Things were moving around. He was yelling the whole time. The whole gig was just a wash because the equipment was malfunctioning, and he was nervous. And it was just a nightmare. And then
the opposite of relax.
Yeah, exactly. And my drum set was started to move as well, but I didn't care because I was obsessing about the guitar. So the whole thing just one after another. And so to answer your question, is really difficult when you set this up. But somehow I was able to do it.
Yeah, look at that.
But imagine asking a kid to do this for me. So we're going to this radio show, and there's very limited space. Can you do it? I'll give it a shot.
You're also going to have to break in.
Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and get to it? It's already getting late, and then we'll talk a bit. You guys, you don't have to rush. You get into position, and we'll discuss the music being played after this. So this is a long time coming live performance from BLacKharma ProJecT.
What while they're setting
Drum
up
and stand-up bass, and I keep saying that because that's a neat. That's just a combination I already enjoy. But yes, Jay.
Do we need to point the mics anywhere?
Yes, because we are. Because normally we do just kind of point the mics that way, but we're being told the band is going to be very loud.
Watch
hey, and
the
there he
fan
is,
there.
Mr. Phil from the Unbound Sound Show, creeping around the halls. This should in particular impress Mr. Phil, because he's almost the only other one who regularly, at least, gets bands in here.
Who's the other guy?
Mr. Phil in the Unbound Sound Show, coming up next.
Their sound is unbound.
Yeah, it is.
Thank God they're not in this studio.
They are.
Well, they are going to be in here soon. Well, it's a show with other musicians, so they'll feel your pain that, you know, the kid.
Just clear it out, I guess.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna play it.
Wow, neat. Already just the sounds are cool already. The cymbal, a little drum. And I'm going to be doing my best to work the board. All right. So this is BLacKharma ProJecT. Oh, not so quickly. Bye.